Hello everyone, welcome to Son IE. I'm your host XO. I appreciate you tuning in today. On today's episode, I'm going to be discussing two quotes of the day, Spanish phrases, hola, and the main discussion, breakups. Through this year, that's the biggest thing I've learned was a breakup and how to deal with it and how to go on and transition from it. And recently, I've been meeting a whole lot of people that's been going through breakups themselves. And I'm like, it's crazy because like during the whole breakup, you don't know what to do. Especially if it's your first time really dealing with it, it's tough to really, I'm gonna get deep into it. So I'm gonna let y'all, that's a little sample as what I'm gonna be talking about, but I'm gonna have y'all tune in. I got a quote of the day, Spanish phrases. And I'm going to get right into it, man. I'm really, really hyped about this one because I really feel like I have a lot to discuss as far as the whole breakup phase and what I just experienced through it and what I'm just experiencing now. It's just like, it's really it's a blessing, I want to say. But two quotes of the day is, the first one, the biggest temptation is to settle for too little. Biggest temptation is to settle for too little. And that can go as far as many aspects, especially when you got that desire for wanting something and truly desiring it, and you really settle for less than you deserve, but you think you deserve that in the moment because you've been desiring it for so long. So you may settle for too little, but think it's too big in the moment. So you really just gotta find the way to see, am I really settling for too little? Or is this what I truly want? Because sometimes in the moment we think what we truly want is truly too big, but in reality it's too little. We don't even notice it. So the biggest temptation is to settle for too little. Don't settle for too little, man. We all deserve great, big things, tremendous things. But us wanting them tremendous things may cause us to get blindsided by the little thing that may seem big. It's a mirage. Stay focused. The second one is, you cannot be lonely if you're like the person you're alone with. That's deep. That's funny that I found this quote as well as going with the whole breakup topics. Because eventually for me personally, eventually towards the tail end of my relationship, that's how I felt at the end of the day. There's lonely in it, but at the end of the day, I guess it's partially my fault, but I take the blame. So you cannot be lonely if you like the person you're alone with, because I was in love with the person, but I felt more alone than with them. But that's how it is. I think we all go through that, though. We're like, if we're so in love with a person or in like with a person, that we'll take that loneliness as long as they're happy and they got that joy in their life, versus us just being like, okay, we're here. You're just in a one-sided relationship. So you cannot be lonely if you like the person you're alone with. That's what I think on that. I'm going to give y'all a break, and I'm going to hit y'all with the Spanish phrases, and then we're going to talk about breakups, man. Breakups. I know a lot of us experienced breakups throughout this year, where it's 2019. It's about to be a whole new decade, 2020. This breakup itself, man, I'm going to give y'all a break. Spanish phrases of the day. First one, la maleta, the suitcase. El teléfono, the phone or the telephone. El taxi, the taxi. Necesito, need. El hotel, the hotel. Tengo, have, aquí, here. So again, la maleta, the suitcase. El teléfono, the telephone. El taxi, the taxi. Necesito, need. El hotel, the hotel, tengo, have, aquí, here. And that's it. Adios. Drum roll, please. I wish I had some drums. I'm gonna get some drums. Breakup. The termination of an intimate relationship by any means. Stages leading to a breakup. Dissatisfaction. One or both partners grow dissatisfied with the relationship. Exposure. Both partners mutually become aware of the problems in it. Negotiation. Both partners attempt to negotiate a solution. Resolution and transformation. Both partners apply the outcome of their negotiation. Termination. Proposed resolution fails to rectify issues and no further solutions are accepted or applied. Damn. I have to get that. Let y'all really feel that, man. Because I feel like personally, I went through those stages, but I went through, I say probably maybe 3 out of 5. Because necessarily with my breakup, we didn't really have that communication on that level where we would communicate on what we felt or nothing of that nature. I felt like we couldn't communicate on how we felt. We would just go about it and just lay it on the side. But eventually it all just built up because at the end of the day, it was like a volcano. Everything that was built up on the inside of both of us that we never talked about finally erupted out the whole wrong way. Instead of us establishing it and getting on the same accord and communicating on a daily basis about what we feel and how we felt instead of going to sleep. Don't go to sleep mad at your partner. That's like one of the biggest things on how to keep, well, I ain't gonna say how to keep this relationship, but just that's how I feel. Never go to sleep at your partner. Always discuss how you feel and what you feel. If they upset you or aggravated you or something of that nature, talk about it that night before y'all go to sleep. It's crazy because that's how we were in the beginning. I don't know what transpired to where we didn't communicate on how we felt, or when we were mad at each other, it was just all boiled over, man. So at the end of the day, communicate. But these stages, it says dissatisfaction, exposure, negotiation, resolution and transformation, and termination. I went through the dissatisfaction stage, felt that. Exposure, let me see. Both partners mutually become aware of the problems in it. I believe we both became aware of the problems in it, but we didn't discuss it. We tried to discuss it, but I felt like the discussion would turn into an argument. And me personally, I'm not like an argumentative person. I'd rather talk it out or discuss it with my partner. If she I'll let her know let's talk versus trying to argue about it. We each get our say in it versus butting heads. That doesn't solve anything. But at the end of the day, it was a learning experience. Exposure. So yeah, negotiation. I think we tried to negotiate, but it was too late to negotiate. To where it was we was already moved out. I moved out, so I moved out already. So the negotiation was, we was trying to negotiate, but it was too late. So that's the stage I went through. Resolution and transformation. We never really were, the definition is both partners apply the outcome of their negotiation. We never really applied the outcome of our negotiation. We just jumped to stage 5, which is termination. So going through that, personally, that was rough because it was my first time experiencing everything. I loved her. I was in love with her. And the whole phase just, it felt like it went by like that. I was trying to get her back, but it wasn't working, So that's how life is. It'll teach you, it'll teach you even when you don't want to learn. And you really just got to take it in and embrace it and just keep moving forward. As now, right now, I'm in a great space. I'm happy. And I appreciate what was, and I appreciate what's ahead, and I appreciate what's now. So, but the negative effects they say a breakup has: psychological distress symptoms, flashbacks and intrusive memories associated with their partner, often triggered by important dates associated with their relationship or the breakup. I went through that phase immediately after the breakup. They say avoidance behavior. Newly single causes the concept of who you are to shift. I went through that, trying to see who I was now, because being newly single, not necessarily trying to go back in the dating world, but just as myself, when you're really just with somebody for damn near a year, you become if you've been in that type of relationship, you become one. So learning how to be on your own again is a whole new step. But that one is newly single causes the concept of who you are to shift. This involves an active attempt at denying or ignoring circumstances of the current situation or those that led to it. You're uninterested in the world around you. I definitely went through that. And that really took me a long time to get out of that, and I really had to shake that off on my own, because people would talk to me, but I was uninterested in what they was talking about. During the time, I wasn't trying to do no type of productive work. I was just honestly, fuck everything. What the fuck is going on? What happened? I was like I said, it said replaying events, having them flashbacks, trying to see what went wrong. But, at the end of the day, shit happens. People are with you, then people leave you. That's how life is. So you just got to keep moving forward. Just keep staying focused on what you're trying to do. A friend hit me today and was discussing his whole breakup, and he was feeling how I was feeling. I was like, damn, that's crazy. So I'm during the time, I thought I was like, man, nobody else is feeling like this. I personally, I'm like, man, I was like, what the hell happened? What the fuck happened? I was just mad at the world and mad at myself for everything that transpired. But now I know this happens through everybody. And recently I was discussing with a friend a few weeks back. He was kind of dealing with the same thing. So it's everybody deals with the breakup differently and still has the same symptoms in a way. We all go through a redefinition of our self-concept, trying to understand who we are without them. Like I said, I was trying to figure out where do I go now, because it's you have plans for the two of y'all, and then shit just goes way left, and you're like, what the fuck, standing at the crossroads. Real talk. But at the end of the day, that is life. So you really gotta just get over it and just pick yourself up and just really take it day by day. That's really what it takes, day by day, versus trying to think ahead. You can always think ahead, plan ahead, but day by day is just me personally. I did the affirmations, I was reading, I was meditating, I was talking to my loved ones, people around me that knew what happened, and they just kept uplifting me and just keeping me strong throughout the whole thing. Because that is tough, man. It's really tough at the end of the day, but especially when you're in love with somebody and you feel like they don't love you back, or they just really just throw it all away. It's tough, but it's life. Life teaches you sometimes when you don't want to be taught. So you just got to be willing to open your eyes and learn. But during the time, you don't want to learn. And it's going to teach you regardless. Like I said, evidence shows that even in the direst of situations, there's a chance for positive emotions and growth. So even in them tough situations, you'll always create some positive emotions. Like I said, I was doing my affirmations, and you'll find yourself growing day by day. Listen to affirmations, listen to podcasts. Like I said, talk to your loved ones, talk to people close around you that can really uplift you and really help you through that breakup, because everybody's been through it. Even though during the time you're like, nah, you haven't been through it, you don't know what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling. Trust me, I was that hard-headed, stubborn, nah, You don't know what I'm feeling right now. You don't know all that. So, but we all go through it. It's life. Life teaches you how to deal with the breakup so you know can move on stronger. Breakups are no different, giving victims opportunities for stress-related growth, improving their performance in future relationships, and providing feelings of relief and freedom. You break up, you learn, and through that breakup, what you want and what you don't want within your next relationship. When you come across that, that'll build you up and help you and uplift you and wise you up. And really open your eyes to truly what you want, on your insight on what kind of relationship you want next and how you want that relationship to go. People that are placed under stressful situations are often faced with an opportunity for growth and development. Without this, we become complacent and don't make the necessary efforts to progress through life. And that's true. During that time, I was like, really I was being complacent. I didn't want to do, like I said, I didn't want to be productive at the time because I'm trying to figure out what happened here, because I had big plans really to go so far with that woman. But that's like I said, that's how life goes. And it's like, man, now I know I gotta just have them plans for myself on where I'm going. My current situation is my final destination. And that's what I had to keep telling myself day by day. Even though it was hard day by day, but I'm like, my current situation is my final destination, because I know I'm gonna keep moving, keep grinding, keep moving forward. Different ways of the growth improves the way you view yourself. You start seeing a whole different self. It's like you shedding out of that shell. You becoming a whole new version of yourself. You're becoming a stronger version, a clearer version, a more insightful person, a more wiser person to what you want, what you need, and of time and people around you and everything of that nature. And the way you connect with people, that's how the way of growth. It starts, like you said, you start to talk to people, learn people more, want to see what people are more about that you're being around. Now that you had a breakup, you're like, okay, now I got to see how I want to invest my time and who I want to invest my time with. So I got to get inside their mind, get to know them versus like just having casual conversation. Casual conversations are cool, but you really just want to see if you're investing your time with the right people to elevate you and take you a whole level up. It improves future relationships. The lessons from previous relationships help you in the next relationship. That's what I discussed. You get more insight on what you want and what you don't want. And that is a real big thing, because you just really take the mental notes, or even if you want to write them down, like, okay, I'm pretty sure you have the, like I said, the mental notes, or sometimes you probably do write them down in a journal. Probably got a journal of the whole relationship and what you felt throughout that relationship, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you loved, what you hated, and put that down to what you want in the next thing, your next relationship, and move forward with that. You'll have increased level of maturity, improvement to your self-image, and ability to interact with others. You gain insight into certain things you must avoid in the next relationship. Man. And I'm just thinking back now. Yeah. I really got to look for certain things, because I think I'm going to be honest, at the time, I wanted love and I wanted to experience love and I wanted to be in a relationship. And she came at the right time. And she let me experience all of that. And I appreciate her for that. And it was a blessing in disguise. And now I got to push forward. And I've been pushing forward. And I just got to, memories was good, man. I had some great memories, no doubt. But it's next time for the next phase, the next chapter to move on. And I think that's it. That's me. That's me discussing the whole breakups, what I've learned, my notes, and me discussing my breakup. Partially what happened. Not necessarily partially what happened, but partially the phases that I went through that I didn't know at the time, but that's common with other people. And breakups happen, man. If you feeling, or if you going through a breakup right now, or if any kind of a friendship breakup, a relationship breakup, they happen. And I know personally, at the time, I feel like, man, the whole, like, nobody understood nothing, like, what I'm going through or how I'm feeling. Like, nah, I was crushed. But it happens. It's life. And we all have to learn from it and deal with it, no matter if we don't want to or not. It's like, it'll only make us stronger. Like they say, what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. And like I say, your current situation isn't your final destination. So, appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I want to say this is like my testimony Tuesday, my testimony. It really uplifted me, because after this breakup, I really had to, like, really get back to a newer version of myself, or where I wanted to be. I had to get a calendar, list out my days, plan out my days, write out my goals, write out my intentions, get really productive with my podcast, doing my podcast, my music, getting back to photography. I got back in the gym. It's just like, start being real super productive and really focused on doing what I need to do and really getting accomplished, and really take care of myself, take care of my health, and focusing on myself and focusing on the people around me, my peers, my family, my friends, and really just focusing on and taking care of the things I need to take care of. And like I said, it was just a blessing in disguise. So during the time, you'll be like, man, heartbroken, heartache, like, F the world, all that. But hey, you'll get through it. I went through that, and I'm like, I'm through it. But it's like, you have them times and moments, they come through where you're in your head, you're like, damn. But at the end of the day, you got to just keep moving forward. Your current situation isn't your final destination. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Sana'i. Like, subscribe, share with a friend. Your boy XO, we out. Hit you back again on Friday.